Hello! Today I will teach you how to do a dish like so fast, you'll be blown away. Let's start right away. And this is a recipe of a bechamel by Dr. Barnard, and I will put the link into the description below so you can see in his book. And I just tweaked it a little bit, but that's where it originates from. Okay, and of course I said, because I taught you that I was going to use those black-eyed peas that are sprouted, throughout other recipes so that you can use them. Great source of protein, low calorie, but also resistant starch. So it really helps, lots of fiber, feeds your microbiome, which is awesome. Okay, we start with water, 120 grams. Start my scale here. All right, 120. There we are. Then we have 70 grams of the beans, and it could be, what's 190? So it could be also lima bean, cannelli bean, chickpeas, like a bean that is lighter in color, unless you want to have a bechamel that is kind of brownish. It can be that too. And then we add onions, and we need to have 30 grams of onions. So I'm just going to put them on the side here. So we were at 190, that brings us to 220. It's the easiest way. You don't have to go back and get them out of the jar here. And then next we have the tahini, and we need 11 grams. So the easiest is to take a knife here and then add this way. So that, oh, there you go, right on. Easiest way of doing it. And then we add lemon juice, 10 grams. It's a good thing that you do your own lemon juice, because otherwise the one in grocery that is pasteurized, it tastes metallic. It's not very tasty. And then we add 2 grams of garlic. So again, same thing. Take your garlic, put it on the side. And that's what I need. There we go. And then next we put the nutritional yeast, and we need to have 5 grams. So let's see how easy it is? And it is easy as well, because if you want to have more, it's easy to do 1.5, 1 1/4, 1 whatever, because it's grams. It's easy to multiply, right? Then the next one is the Dijon mustard. And Dijon mustard, we need to have 5 grams as well. The one I'm using, you can see, it's one that is, it's not the one that you can see the seed. I tried that one. It wasn't tasty. So if you can, the one I'm using here, it's called Maison d'Orphée. So if you can have this one, it's great. If not, have something similar. If you use another type, do half the quantity that I'm doing here, just to try. Because when I tried myself with another kind, it really wasn't delicious. So, it's better that you don't put too much, just in case it's not the right thing. Then we have half a teaspoon of salt. And then we have, after that, rosemary. Rosemary here, half a teaspoon as well of the rosemary. There we go. And then we have as well the nutmeg, and that's just 1/8 of a teaspoon. There we are. And then we have the pepper, 2 turns, done. And then we also have, of course, the CMOS. I like that one, right? It's such a great one with the 92 minerals of the 102 that we need. I mean, that's the best. So I just put some into all my recipe. That's a 1/4 teaspoon in this one. There we go. And then we have everything for the sauce. So now we can blend. The sauce or the bechamel. And there you are. So the bechamel is ready. And next, I'm doing the zucchini that I will use to do the, I'm doing a spaghetti. So I'm using zucchinis. You can peel them if you don't want them to look more like a white kind of pasta. You can also leave them with the peel. You know, there are also zucchini that are yellow, which is quite nice. So for now, what I'm going to do is I cut it so that it fits into here. This is from Lagostina. This is the best I found. And I will put it in the description. So you have the name. You can look for it if you like. What I like about it is the way this is done, so that when you turn it, you're not knocking your fingers. Some of them, it's just, that's what happened for me. This one is easy. It's all stainless steel, and it works really fast, and I love that. See how fast? Look at this. I don't know that you can make pasta that fast. And then the next, what we do is we take our pasta, put it in a bowl, and what I like myself, because I find it's easier when I eat, I like to cut it up a little bit, because you know it's all a continuous noodle, right, when you use the spiralizer. So I cut it a little bit. Then I will put some sauce. There we go. And I will mix it. So my pasta are covered with sauce. Next, now I use my plate, and I put some sauce at the bottom of the plate as well. There we are. And now I will put my pasta in the middle, like here. There we go. Like that. And I will add, I have lovely vegetables here that we can play with and add to our dish for the color. So I'm going to add some of the broccoli, some cauliflower. Here we are. It's bell pepper that I cut up. A little bit of another color of bell pepper. Here I have tomatoes. You know those cherry tomatoes? They're delicious. And here I have, it's julienne butternut squash. Finish it up on top here. Of course, you can also steam those vegetables if you like. I like to have them fresh. But what I wanted to show you is how long did it take me to make dinner, right? So when you prepare your vegetables, when in your fridge you have dishes like this, prepare for, I mean, you know, depending on how many in your family, prepare for 2-3 days or, you know, of vegetables that you will eat within 2-3 days. And then when you have a meal to assemble, they're ready to use. And what you do with yourself, you just grab what you need. With your family, you ask them, put the dishes on the table, you prepare the sauce, you maybe do the zucchini, put that on the table, and everyone assemble their own. So you have way less work to do. And also you have guests over. This is so much fun. You know, something that probably they haven't done yet. So that'll be something for you to do with them. Enjoy. Love food that loves you back. See you next time.